Hi and hello, welcome to this week's video. It's almost February. Like, time is flying again. Where did time go? But it's almost, like I said, it's almost time for February, and that means picking up our February TBR. I will start off with like our book club book, because I have to read that, and that is As Long as Lemon Trees Grow, of Lemon Trees Grow. We picked up this book yesterday evening with our book club, and this month's pick was for historical fiction, and it's a genre I haven't read yet, so I'm very excited to read it. I think I saw on Goodreads that it was about a young woman going to Syria as a surgeon, and that's all I know. I saw so many good reviews. It's like, we'll pick that one up, you know, because we have like this jar where we pick up a book and we say, oh, this is not gonna be the book we're gonna read this month. We have such fun little books in there, but there were two books that I already read in my last video where I did my reading vlog, which was One Dark Window and Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil. I was so happy they didn't get picked, even though one of the girls wanted Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil because she had it on the TBR. It was like, oh yeah, it is a great book, I will not lie. But I'm happy, because otherwise, you know, we have to put in our thoughts before reading the book, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to do that because I already finished the book. But it would be easy if there was a book that I got picked that I already read, but we didn't, and I'm happy about it. So As Long as Lemon Trees Grow by Sulfa Katal, if I say that correctly. If I don't, I'm sorry. But that's the first book that is on my TBR, and then I have 4 other books. I don't want to set like too much of a big goal anymore every month, and I think 5 books with this length is okay for February, since February is also a shorter month. I will say there might be a 6th book on my TBR, but depends if I can finish it still this month, because I'm in the middle of a book, and then I have an arc that comes out in the beginning of February, and I just got the arc. So if I'm really keen on finishing my book that I'm currently reading and then getting to the arc. But the arc is The Wild Card by Stephanie Archer, and I'm very excited. I loved her other books in this series, and I'm very excited to read it. So I do think I might finish it today or either tomorrow if I have the time. But we'll see. We shall see. But then the second book I want to pick up in February is Frederick Backman, The Winners. It is the last book in the Beartown trilogy, and I did like Beartown. Like, I rated it 5 stars. I really liked it. And then As Against You I read this month, and I was like, I didn't like it as much, so I'm excited to see where this goes, and I'm just hoping it will be better than As Against You. I will talk more about the book in my wrap up from January, but I'm excited to see where this goes. I think this goes on where I think As Against You has left off, but 2 years later. I don't even want to know how many pages this book is. Okay, I'm looking it up. I want to know. 670 pages long is this book. So I think I will be reading it through my Kindle or through my iPad, because I don't want to bring this brick of a book everywhere I go. But I'm very excited. And I have a thriller by Frida McFadden, which is The Intruder, with the Southern edition. I picked it up when I was in Dublin, and excited. It's gonna be my first Frida McFadden book, and I heard a lot about the books that they are good, but some people say that they didn't enjoy it. So we shall see where that goes. It's a short book, and I think this is what's gonna save me in February, because I think relatively all my books that I'm gonna read in February are gonna be thicker. So, you know, a thin book is fun sometimes too. Then I have 2 rereads. I don't know, I think I mentioned it before, which rereads is gonna be, but I'm rereading the Windy City series by Liston 40, and I've played along on my TBR. It's about Kennedy and Isaiah, and I remember I liked this book so much. They are going to a trip in Vegas, and they get back married. I think they just get drunk in Vegas, and then marrying each other. But she does not like Isaiah. Isaiah is head over heels for Kennedy. So I'm so excited for this book. Like, I'm going back and annotating like all of it with like pen and stuff. So just to be back in this series means a lot to me. And I want to reread like every single book in this series before Inner Only comes out. But I mentioned that before in other videos. That's a bit of why I'm doing a reread, because I know Monty is getting his book with like someone else. But I forgot some of the details about like the players and the dynamic. So just to be back is so much fun, and I love it. I really, really love it. So that's the 4th book we're gonna be reading. Jesus, the talking is hard. And then I have, as a 5th book, Rewind It Back by Liz Tomfody. Like I said, it is the last book I have to be rereading before In Her Own League comes out. I think that comes out the 3rd or 4th of March. So we shall see how far we can get up here. But this is priority TBR. Like, Rewind It Back, you follow Hallie and Rio. Is a second chance romance. They are childhood friends to lovers, to not knowing each other again because something happens, and just being back to lovers because they are neighbors in the flat where Rio lives. It's Fourth Proclivity. I really love it. I think I rated like all of these books 5 stars, but this is one of my favorite books in the series. So I'm very excited to be rereading this as well, because this has come out, I think, last May of 2025, and I'm already rereading it. Like, I don't know, I really want to, and I think it's really good to be rereading some books. So yeah, those are my books that I want to read in February. Let me know your favorite book you want to pick up in February, just so I can get some recommendations. And I will see you in the next book. In the next video. Okay, goodbye.